Welcome back to the next music generation. I'm your host, DT, and you know we always making major moves out here. Shout out to T Major one time. Now, on the couch with me, I have Rain Akaï.
Hey. I go by the name of Rain Akaï, aka all my raindrops out there shouting you out.
Okay, the raindrops, all right.
Yeah.
See, me, I'm the type I usually walk in the rain with no umbrella, so.
Yeah, why not get wet, right? Don't be scared. Don't be scared of the rain. You gotta let it rain.
Now, let's talk about your ensemble, because you look rather, I want to say stunning,
Thank
you. You look well put together.
Thank
like
you.
you thought about what you're wearing.
Yes, I actually have a performance coming up right after this.
Okay.
So that's why I look very well put together.
Right. And where's the performance going to be at?
It's actually going to be at the Art Social exhibit.
Okay.
It's going to be sponsored by Silk Vodka. So shout out Silk, Silky. And it's just going to be out here downtown Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my name. Gonna do that?
Please.
Okay. So I actually got my name Rain Akaï from my grandmother. I come from Zimbabwe originally, and I moved to Canada at the age of 7. Nice. So my grandmother actually named her last born Rain, and she was here last year. And growing up, I never really got to bond with my grandmother. So when she was down here, I had this big epiphany to rebrand, and I was like, oh my gosh, how can I still incorporate my family and my legacy of my family while still representing being raised in Canada, right? So yeah, then I got the rain part, and then Akaï, I got it from one of my favorite Shona words, Pakaipa, and I just removed the P, the prefix of it, and then I removed the Pa, and I got Akaï, and then that's also spelled AKAI, meaning that I am the rain, I am the water, I am the essence of all things, because everybody needs a little water in their lives and a little H2O, so snap to that.
Now, you seem like you're very well put together. You kind of know what you want, you got your goals set, and you're going for it. What are those goals?
So it's actually funny that you say that, because I'm a very, very new artist, and growing up, I actually just recently graduated from university, and I was actually meant to go to law school right after. But, you can imagine my parents right now, but I had to let them know, music has been something that has been deep within me since I was young, since I was a little girl. I was actually watching a home video the other day, and in the home video, I was they're like, oh, talent shows, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, oh, I want to be a singer. So that's something that has always been inside of me. So right after I graduated, I just, told them, listen, this is what I know what you guys want. You guys want something secure for me, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be on my deathbed. Oh my gosh, this is what I really should have gone for. So,
well, we live in a generation of non-security.
Yeah, non-security. So it's
go for it.
So it's you need to be the one to create your own security, right? So, with that being said, I'm now really, really taking this obviously as serious as I can, and I have a lot of I want to release my first EP this year. I actually just released my first digital release, and it's called Need, guys, so that's available on all digital forums. So make sure you guys go bump that. And I actually just released also one of my first release that I actually also released was Why Me? And that came from a deep place, because when I was starting out in the music industry, I kept on reaching out to people, and they kept on saying, well, you're not serious. And I'm like, well, how am I not serious if I keep on reaching out to you and you keep on telling me I'm not serious, right? So out of that, it was a really, came out of frustration. And then I'm going to do a little piece for you guys right now, just so, all my raindrops know that you can do it too. So it goes a little, they used to laugh at us, they used to talk about us, now they asking for an autograph. I was made for this life, you didn't want it bad enough, I'm telling you I had enough. That's a little sneak peek. Make sure you guys go listen to the rest.
Okay. And that's available on all streaming platforms?
No. Need is available on all streaming forms, but Why Me is available on YouTube and on Bandcamp for $1. You guys can contribute more if you want to.
For just $1.
For just $1, but you can contribute more on Bandcamp if you like. But $1 is
$13,
always,
HST.
But definitely, and I also just released my first official music video. I was also really slacking on my visuals, and I kind of, not having the funds, and just I do a lot of the things on my own. So I was like, you know what? Let me just try to see if I can make my own video, and I released it on YouTube. It's called Train Thoughts. I filmed it myself, edited it, and it has a lot of like inspiration from like Erykah Badu. I listen to a lot of like the neo soul, so make sure you guys go check that out. It definitely gives a lot of homage to Toronto.
So how have you found maneuvering in the music industry, especially being new? Like, do you know the places to go, who to talk to, or are you still kind of feeling around in the dark? Like, how's that journey been for you?
I definitely still sometimes feel like really in the dark, but a lot of my friends actually have been the one to tell me like, hey, like you're actually like out here, like you are literally like you're hustling, So I also actually am a YouTuber, so behind the scenes, I like to give my raindrops, also the behind the scenes of just the whole journey, because people think like the industry is so easy, right? So I just want to also let them know like this is actually like work. So when I'm out here, like consider it as work, right? So I just always try to like network, and I always try to be like I am the best advocate for myself as a brand, because I am Rain Akaï. So I always just try to reach out to the opportunities that I want to get on, like here.
And you are your brand, right? So you have to go the hardest for it. One thing I tell a lot of developing artists is, if you want to work with me and I work harder than you, I'm dropping you right away. If I'm sending emails and I send 20, you send 10, we're not working together, because you should be the one working the hardest to get this out there, so that all peripheral members of your team can, do their specialty. One thing I would say is just be careful trying to do everything. Do certain things, and then you'll start to see that people will be attracted to you. Like, hey, listen, let me shoot your video. Hey, I can produce. I have a studio. And then, you slowly build with people, and then you'll realize, okay, people believe in me. They're rocking with me. And then the other thing I'd say, and this to all the artists who are still here, is as an artist, I get angry when people are like, oh, I didn't have the money. Nah, your job is to ask people, hey, mom, listen, I need $50. Grandma, hey, auntie, uncle, friend, coworkers, whoever, because you got to sell CDs, you got to sell T-shirts, you got to, sell tickets to the show. So come up with creative ways to do it.
And make money.
Right? I remember I had a friend, he wants to start a clothing line. And he's like, I can't afford to do the designs. And I'm like, if you were to pre-order the shirts and just have everybody give you $20, you'd actually be able to get, I think there's 1,000 shirts off of 50 people buying or pre-ordering. So now you'd have 950 extra shirts that you can now sell and make a profit off of. Right? So really look at the ways that you can be creative as an artist and find those resources, because a lot of times free is not the greatest thing. So just be careful with that. But I'm glad that you shot your video, because then you'll see somebody will come along and be like, hey, I like what you did there, I can help you do this.
Yeah, and the hustler's mentality is very, very great. I have run a lot of like my own events and stuff.
Nice.
So I definitely know about fundraising. So thank you for that advice. And I try to, like I said, a lot of people have now been actually rocking with me, which is super amazing. And just like what you were just speaking on and touching on, I do realize now that if you want the best quality, like you do have to pay for it, right? Because like you just said, free all the time is not good. So I definitely have been investing in myself a lot more, because I am my own brand. So make sure you guys check out www.rainakai.com.
Nice. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for tuning in to The Next Music Generation. Make sure you check out the website. Also, check out the Instagram, at The Next Music Generation. They got a lot of tips. They got a lot of things happening. Get your membership. And don't forget, we're sponsored by Pizza Nova and Telus. I'm your boy DT. Make your major moves. Available everywhere.
Yay! That's a wrap, guys. Rain season.
I say you're looking at me looking at you. Know you wanna get a feel, cause you know I heal. Come correct when you approach me, cause I'm not anybody.